Good morning, everybody. Yes, we are here. Episode 2, Nouns on the Air, the second time ever that we are live streaming from this really cool setup that we have here. Again, just want to check in with everybody here. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning into my stream. We had an awesome first day yesterday. I think we had 40 people on the live stream. So that's all I care about. That is freaking exciting to me. We also had chat going. We had a lot of friends from the Nouns community in here watching as well. Just like yesterday, I do, until I can figure out sort of how to share these scenes with you guys. I'm working on it, guys. I over to the side here have my TikTok live going. Hi, Noun Fred. Good to see you again. Where people can see sort of a behind the scenes. They're not going to get the scenes that I have with like my OBS and stuff too. So if you want that stream, you will be having to watch on YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure this is streaming there too, or Twitch. Okay, day one of being able to stream live on Twitch. I'm so freaking excited. I'm not quite sure if I will have like a place there that will be welcomed as just a podcaster, as someone who likes to hang out with you guys every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 to 12 PST. So I will be streaming there for the first time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And then thank you guys for also watching this later. If you can't make the live stream, I will be downloading everything to my YouTube channel. And you guys can also find it on your favorite podcast platform. So again, hi to everybody in Twitter Spaces. Just if you guys want the real live, please watch the YouTube. Okay. That's live. TikTok is like right up there in live as well. Twitter Spaces has a little bit of a delay. Okay, a couple minutes delay, not a couple seconds delay, not a couple minutes. That would be crazy. I love Twitter Spaces and I got started there, so I want to hold these spaces as well. But I really recommend either going to TikTok or going to YouTube, so you guys can participate and hang out with me in the chat. What a wonderful day. Tristan Man on TikTok says, vibes are dope. I'm definitely going to share my grilled cheese with you. That's what the whole point of this is for me. Okay. I'm here for a couple hours in the morning. I love getting going. This is giving me as much energy as I hope it gives you. So we're just going to hang out a little bit together and talk about some things today. Before I start the show, I have to do a special shout out. Okay. Our first little shout out of the day, Cheffo _NFT, Cheffo _NFT on Twitter, you guys. It is his birthday. So happy birthday, Cheffo. When I tell you guys that this person is just absolutely incredible and is, the main reason that I am physically sitting here and looking at this awesome camera, like Cheffo helps me with everything, okay, and putting this all together, and is just an incredible human being who I've known for a little bit more than a year now. I'm not going to gab too much, and I know it's not really cool to like dox people. I could talk about you for this whole 2 hours, Cheffo, but I love you tons, and happy birthday, and I really hope that you just excel this year even more than you have this year. Cheffo made it easy for me to get involved in NFTs. I remember when we first met, like I just talked about NFTs with him for hours. So you got to find your Cheffo, guys. Go out there, go add Cheffo right now. So you can talk to him about NFTs for hours as well too, but he's super brilliant, kind, funny, smart, and deserves to have the best day ever and deserves to have strangers tell him happy birthday. So Cheffo _NFT, please, please, please. Happy birthday to you. Go follow him and go tell him how much you appreciate him being here. And thank him for helping me with this setup. Speaking of the setup, I do have someone in TikTok being like, 2 mics, why? Okay. That is such a good question. Because I'm not an OBS expert yet. That's why. So I have, this is to my live feed. This is actually plugged in. So I have a decent connection for Twitter Spaces because I had to have like a different mic. So I'm like coming in clear audio on Twitter Spaces. And you guys, unfortunately, aren't getting the clear audio on TikTok Lives. But like I said, if you want to get clear audio, just watch my YouTube. You guys will be able to see all the scenes as well. And don't forget to follow Cheffo. I think he's in this chat. Find him somewhere. And then if you come on YouTube, you guys can actually like comment and chat on my stream so I can see that. So we can talk together. Because I feel like the main people on this stream, I'm going to eventually have to like figure this out. I don't know if I like put this phone closer, but I want to be able to like get all comments and stuff too. And people on TikTok are hilarious in writing to me right now, and I find it a little bit distracting, but I want to answer everyone's questions. We do have 33 people on the TikTok live right now. Hi guys, we're doing a live stream. You guys have the behind the scenes of the stream. Go to the YouTube if you want to watch the main experience. Okay, so we all know that I am here solely because of NounsDAO. You guys might have seen these glasses somewhere. These are the glasses I'm referencing TikTok. Have you guys ever seen these outside of just my videos? There's certain accounts that, use these glasses all the time. I have been seeing them all over social media. The little digital noggles that everyone shares. The Noun Square account has blown up on TikTok and has gone viral a couple of times. So I feel like people are starting to know these glasses. But if you have never seen them before, they are a representation of NounsDAO. NounsDAO is an NFT that gets sold once a day. And then all the treasury is compiled into one big sum. And then in order to access funds from that treasury, you have to put in a proposal. And so if you're interested in all of that, you should go to nouns.wtf and then go into the proposal area by clicking the DAO button, and you guys will see my prop. That's prop 206. It's why we're here today. We are Nouns on the Air, where we highlight people, places, and things from all of our travels from around the world, because we are so fortunate and lucky that I get to go around the world and go to conferences and talk about NFTs, DAOs, and be with people and meet everybody. The greatest thing ever is going and like having this live stream and this online presence, and then getting to go out there and having random people come up to me and be like, we follow each other. I need to meet you for the first time. So I love like making those connections. And that's all possible because of NounsDAO. So thank you so much, Nouns. I hope to continue to just bring awesome content to you guys. And I hope that this is an awesome, safe, fun, cool, relaxed place for anyone in the community or anyone who just wants to hang out to be with me during these live spaces. Again, I do go live Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, 10 to 12 PST. My name is Aubtoshi. But my friends call me Naptoshi. Okay, so you guys can call me Naptoshi today too, if you so desire. That's why the show's at 10. Okay, Pacific Standard Time. It used to be Eastern, but we had to do a little switch up to make this happen. Okay, so speaking of nouns, some really exciting stuff happened this week. There was the Prop House Hack Week. Okay, let me get this little screen up here so you guys know. Where did I put this? Oh, Prop House. Okay, I'm specifically going to highlight because voting is now closed. First of all, congratulations to everybody who won. Extra congratulations to anyone who submitted and took the time to submit a proposal for Prop House funding. For anyone who's not aware, I have on the screen right now, Prop House. Check that link out, prop.house, okay? Prop.house, let me just move this up here so I can go back and forth with you guys. Prop.house is a place where you can submit for this like kind of smaller microfunding rounds. This was not a microfunding round. This was like this extra extravagant, extraordinaire funding round, and 99 ETH was awarded to winners of these props. So if that's something you're interested in, that's how I got involved with NounsDAO for my first time, was through Prop House. I'm a big Prop House maxi. I think it's the easiest, best way to sort of get your foot in the door with nouns, and introduce yourself to the community, and then start working on your idea. Okay. So Prop House top 3, the one I will specifically go over because I just have to, because I love the IRL and all the other weird stuff. Hack Week IRL and other weird stuff. Our top 3 winners, I do want to shout them out. Congratulations to you guys. The first one, Nouns versus NFT NYC. Let's see where that is. Big Shot Toy Works. Congratulations, Big Shot. Big Shot was one of the first people I had met in the Nouns community when I came in here. He's actually the maker of these, everybody. So he is an awesome, maker of toys, glasses. Like he has these epic, like also like larger Nouns toys. I'll let you guys see it for yourself. But if you go to prop.house, find that Nouns house. Like I said, it's this one right here, that little square, that little Nouns guy. Check this top prop for Hack Week IRL and other weird stuff, and go ahead and give Big Shot Toy Works a follow so you guys can see what he's going to do. I know he's been working really hard behind the scenes to get to NFT NYC, which is happening next week. We'll talk about that a little bit more. I'm so proud of you, Big Shot. I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be epic. I actually think a lot of people from the community are going to be in New York. So I'm just freaking excited. We have a couple of little smaller events we're doing, like a breakfast with Nounish people. I know that there's like evening events. Maybe we're going to sponsor a happy hour or something, but I am really excited to see you there, and I will let you know all the things. Go ahead and follow at Big Shot Toy Works. Big Shot Toy Works. He had the #1 voted proposal for IRL and weird stuff, and I just am super proud of you, Big Shot. Okay. The reason why these are important is because the funds go to you immediately. So this is so cool for IRL, because it's almost like you just needed like a week and a half lead time on your idea if it wins. So he's gonna make it happen, even though NFT NYC is happening in less than a week. Very, very cool. Reminder about NFT NYC. I am speaking there on the main stage. I will be giving a talk on how to become a DAO supported entrepreneur by kind of sharing my story with you guys. That is Wednesday, 420. Wednesday at 420. Do not be caught outside during my talk. If you are in New York, NFT NYC, please come to my talk. Please come to my talk. I just would love to see you there. And we can celebrate that little special time afterwards together. Again, Big Shot, congratulations. Our second winner, who I'm so freaking excited to talk about. Okay, at Pastel ETH. At Pastel ETH. He's going to do the national MLB, Nounish MLB National Anthem. I will wear noggles during my center field performance of the national anthem at a Cincinnati Reds baseball game. That's freaking cool. Congrats, Pastel. I have seen you in this ecosystem. So much coming around. I've met you IRL at Art Basel at the actually very Nounish kind of like Zora party that was happening. I really enjoy and actually follow you on TikTok as well. So if you're seeing this here on TikTok, that's fantastic. At Pastel ETH. I'm not sure if his TikTok handle is the same. I should have checked that so you guys can follow him, but congrats. Yesterday during the live stream, we spent a lot of time speaking about NFT music, and you are in that group, okay? You are right up in there. Keep making it happen. I am stoked that you're going to be wearing these bad boys during the national anthem. That is the coolest thing ever. And really kind of points to like these different opportunities that we have to proliferate these classes and how we could maybe do that. I really love the idea of just like implementing them and just having them on. Just things like this, like they're just on this mic stand. They're just on my shirt. Can you guys see that? They're just here, like just having the noggles kind of like appear in the real world and in situations that we are already just in feels like the way to go. Feels like the proper like proliferation style. I also like reference this often. I did work for Red Bull for a little bit of time, but Red Bull did this awesome. They were like masters of proliferating Red Bull, and not through like direct, like, hi, this is a Red Bull. Would you like to buy this? You might just have seen it on a counter in the background of your favorite TV show. Just kind of like the can there. Maybe you had a Red Bull girl in a Mini Cooper give you a Red Bull one day for no reason. And it was just free. And then they drove away and there you were with your Red Bull. And maybe that instance or that experience will now make it so the next time you go into a 7-Eleven for a little pick-me-up or an energy drink or something, that you choose Red Bull over all of the other options that are there. So that's kind of like the idea behind that type of like guerrilla marketing proliferation. And I feel like with nouns and with these, like, that is just like where my brain goes instantly, that of course, like that is the same type of style that should and could and will be used to proliferate nouns. Congrats to you, Pastel. I'm going to put your handle up here one more time so people can go ahead and give you that follow. I'm really excited to hear you sing. I feel like it's got to be like a dream come true for anyone that's a performer or singer to like sing a national anthem anywhere. Like, so freaking cool. So cool. Congrats to you. Back to, where are we here? Oh, Prop House. Okay. Back to our top three here. So we talked about Big Shot Toy Works, going to NFT NYC, Pastel is going to sing the national anthem with the noggles, and Prof Worder the Nounish Prof. Let's get her up here so you guys can give her a follow at Prof Worder, PROFWERDER at Prof Worder. She's very highly involved on Twitter. That's probably the account that I would follow her on if you're going to find her. Noggles times Miami NFT week. Okay. I have seen these things. She says over the past 3 days when I was in Miami, I was proliferating at Miami NFT week. That's hundreds of Noggles, Nounish selfies, Noun O'Clock live meetup. That's a lot of Nounish language for people. So for anyone who's not quite familiar with that too, Nounish meetup, just anyone who's kind of involved with nouns or building with nouns or has an interest in nouns can go to those. When she says like hundreds of the little Noggles thing, she's not kidding. Go ahead and check out that prop on Prop House and see all of the images that she's actually provided. I myself have had a lot of experience IRL with Prof Worder. Just a freaking queen when it comes to proliferating. She always has the Noggles on her. Not only that, we kind of joke around about it, but she's like the only person that when I'm out, like she has like 8 Noggles on, like 1 Noggles on the head. Okay. But then like 8 secretly elsewhere. It's like an Easter egg hunt for Noggles on Prof Worder. She's like the Taylor Swift Easter egg hider of Noggles in the IRL experience. And I really mean that. So she'll have like a pin here, and then she'll have like, it'll be like a secret shirt that she has. Even the undershirt will have the Noggles. So she's freaking iconic. She will also be at NFT NYC. I cannot wait. I know a lot of people arrive Wednesday evening. My talk is Wednesday at 4:20. So I think a lot of people are going to miss that. Maybe that's better. Maybe I'll be like a lot less nervous. And I am really excited that I am speaking on the first day because of that. At NFT Paris, I spoke on the second day of the 2-day event, and like the whole first day, I was extremely nervous. And then like until the afternoon on the second day before the talk, like I was just, I don't get so like nervous, but I get very like introverted and very like silent because I'm very like focused. And so that's not a very fun experience to have when you're at these events and trying to talk to someone. You don't want that focused person that's kind of like staring you down. So that's kind of like how I am. I'm trying to work on that. But before I go up and like have these moments and these talks, like that's still kind of the headspace I'm in. So I am very excited that my talk is day 1 of this event. Let me tell you. Okay, Prof, I can't wait to see you in New York. Same with you, Big Shot. We will be having more Nounish meetups. Thank you guys for everything that all 3 of you do to proliferate nouns on the daily. Like I see it daily. You guys in your communities. Hi, Bryant. It's so nice to see you on TikTok. It's so fun when I can like look over and like see like a little comment or a new friend come in that I haven't seen in a second. And it is also really cool from this kind of experiment to see on the different platforms, you definitely have like your different people, you know. I have, now that I've like restarted my Instagram, I definitely have people who are like way more Instagram heavy people. I love my TikTok community. Love my TikTok community. It's so funny. The TikTok community itself like started on this account that I have from like these really funny videos that I was doing a while ago. So like the mixture of the types of people in my account are hilarious and fun. And it's always great to see people. And I started getting a lot of like crypto people. When I meet people at conferences, they know I do TikToks. So they follow me here too. So Bryant actually is an icon and goes to these events as well. But there's this really funny scene, and maybe I will post it after this so you guys can see. But where I interview him at NFT Expo vs. LA last July, and he was walking around with a white shirt that said like BTC, Bitcoin, and then ETH for Ethereum, with just a line down the middle and then a Sharpie. And people got to like tally which one they liked best. And it was hilarious and so fun. Shout out to you, Bryant. Of course, I gave a tally to ETH, to Ethereum. ETH Maxis over here. Bitcoin's cool. Bitcoin's also cool. Shout out to everybody in my chat. I do see my little chat things going. I know it's a little hard to see with that white. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that. Again, we're learning. This is a learning process, guys. This is day 2 of all time of Aubtoshi going live. So thank you so much for all of your patience. And of course, I appreciate any feedback and comments and help. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Carlos on YouTube. Awesome. Oh my God, you're actually talking to me from LinkedIn. That is so cool. Okay, so we are streaming live on LinkedIn. Hi, LinkedIn. And hi, Carlos. It's awesome to see you here. Yes, I remember that we met in Barcelona. You said you loved the project. I loved meeting you. I met Carlos in Barcelona. This is such a great example of why proliferating these noggles and just like having them on and just wearing them around just works, because it's almost like a bat signal to anyone who already knows about nouns and is in the community. Because I was just wearing these and Carlos comes from around the corner and says, hi. I was like about to go downstairs and he's like, I know about nouns and from these noggles. And then at that time got to share with me as well that his son was putting in a proposal. So remember we talked about those prop house proposals earlier. His son was putting in a proposal with a different sub-DAO, NARS. That's at nars.wtf. If you guys check out NounsDAO, they were initially funded through a proposal with NounsDAO and kind of like segmented off and started their own DAO that specifically focuses on athletes, skateboarders, like hardcore, like action sports athletes, in providing sponsorship for them to sort of get away from this like model of like energy drinks supporting and sponsoring these types of people and these athletes, right? So what could happen if a DAO supported an action sports athlete? Is essentially what they're trying to solve with that. The same way that I will be speaking at NFT NYC about becoming a DAO supported entrepreneur. People, are in this ecosystem as DAO supported, like DAO sponsored athletes. It's incredible. And the fact that Carlos's son was trying to be, I believe, I don't want to misspeak on the sport. I believe he was trying to be the first DAO sponsored skier. Is that right, Carlos? I feel like skiing is coming to my mind, not snowboarding. I feel like it's gotta be skiing. Freaking cool, so cool. And again, another shiny, fun example of what happens and the magic that kind of goes down when you meet people IRL at these events and all around the world. Because now Carlos and me are talking on LinkedIn during a live stream when we met in freaking Barcelona, which was just still to this day one of my favorite cities. And so cool. And I was right. It was skiing. Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Shout out NounsDAO and shout out to your son for being hopefully a DAO sponsored freaking skier. That is so cool. God, I wish I was athletically talented, like even 0.5%. So I'm really good at being a cheerleader, like on the sidelines and supporting y'all, but like you can just never catch me on a mountain. If anyone ever tells you like I am gone to the mountains to go ski or something, like call the police. Something has happened to me. I'm not safe. And that's just the truth. Because I would never be caught dead doing that, because I feel like I would die from doing that. I would be that person to like goes off into the side of the mountain or like lands head first. I don't know if you guys saw that video of the snowboarder who was like found in a snow like ditch and stuff too. Like, oh my God, just like the potential or possibility of that happening to me at all. Big turn off for me for doing any type of action sports. I also don't know if you guys can see like sort of my body type, but I'm pretty sure I would just snap like a twig if anything happens. So we don't want to do that. We want to have fun. We want to do morning shows and live streams. And I can't do that if I'm broken in two, you guys. So shouts to your son for being iconic and epic and a total beast at skiing. We love it. We love it. We love it. And thank you so much, Carlos, for hanging out here on LinkedIn and for showing me that this is live streaming on LinkedIn. For everyone just joining us now too, we are live streaming on multiple platforms today: YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch. I believe I'm live streaming video on Twitter. We have Twitter Spaces with this device, and we have TikTok Live, sort of behind the scenes vibes over here. Hi, TikTok Live. That's my favorite. Don't tell anyone. I do want to figure out how to get my OBS scenes on TikTok, but TikTok, it doesn't really like, I don't think, like the multi-streaming situation. I also don't know if Twitch likes that. So I'm really hoping, I have no followers on Twitch. So if you guys have a Twitch account, please just go help your girl out. But hopefully there's a Twitch comment that comes in here soon so we can see if that's sort of working. We do just hang out. This is more of a calmer show, a lot of conversation. We will be utilizing guests. So I am just sort of handpicking the people that I would love to kind of sit here and talk with for maybe an hour or so with you guys, and people that I would like to introduce to you who I have met. I think another really, really great part about going IRL is sometimes when you have like a relationship with like just a mutual relationship with someone, not like a romantic relationship, but just any type of relationship with someone online, it just is so different when you meet them in person. Okay. In ways that I can't describe. There's something that is very human about looking someone in the face, and then we have that connection forever. Like even Carlos, I see you here. Like I'll never forget what you look like. I'm one of those people, like I'll forget names. I'm not good with names, but I will never forget a person's face. And I will like see you years from now and like remember who you are and be like, I know you. So IRL is very, very, very important. And I really encourage any of you guys. I know a lot of my TikTok people are kind of like people I've met out in the world IRL. If you ever see me, please let me know. And again, I will be posting, maybe tomorrow I'll have like a better calendar for you guys. But my upcoming calendar, so you guys can see the shows that we will be at. Okay. Conferences, concerts, social events, where I am trying to do this thing that I'm talking about with these noggles. I'm trying to bring presence. I'm trying to have them be present. I want NounsDAO to be present at these worldwide things that are very popular and important. Hi to my new people who just joined on TikTok. I'm somehow gonna get on a scene, the TikTok live. I think it'd be fun to actually like do fun like live duos as well with people. So that's the kind of thing that you're into. I'm here. I'm also talking about NFTs and DAOs. I also want to integrate with you guys and hear about what's kind of going on in your world. So please, we got this lovely chat here. Please feel free to chat at any point in time. Don't forget to follow me on all accounts so you guys can sort of be in the know when we're having these talks. So we talked a little bit about the Prop House IRL round for the Hack Week that just went down. Congrats again, Big Shot, Pastel, and Prof Order. Super proud of you guys. Hi, Nounish. I just saw that Nounish joined the TikTok live. It is awesome to see you in here. This is more of the behind the scenes situation. So the live stream is actually happening on YouTube and other accounts too, but it is so freaking awesome to see you. This is a good segue. Nounish is another fantastic tool for you, like a media awesome tool where there's tons of content for you guys to take in about nouns and about the people that are within nouns. They just came out with a video that highlights a couple of the builders. I am one of them. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I actually think I was wearing this shirt in that video. I promise you guys I have other clothes, okay? Nounish, don't judge me. I think this is the exact setup and the exact same shirt that I was wearing. That is hilarious. Of course, I'm bullish on nouns and gotta represent. Shout out Uniquely. They are doing awesome merch like this that has like these like NFC codes for you to get POAPs, to be connected to specific private NFTs, whatever you want to do for your clothing company. So Uniquely is really paving the way for that way, as far as I'm concerned, with NFT fashion. But I promise I have more clothes, but I also promise that all my other clothes are still NFT merch, okay? I'm just gathering them around the world at all these different events. I can't help it. I love it. I love being comfy. I love being in an NFT merch. If you have NFT merch, send it to your girl. I will rock it here on the live stream. And again, congrats for the Prop House winners for the IRL Hack Week. There was actually 10. Wait, let me confirm this with you. I believe that there were 10 winners. I only highlighted the top 3. Let me see. Where is this? Yes. 10 people were awarded 2 ETH each. So 20 ETH, 20 Ethereum went out to specifically fund IRL and other weird stuff. That is so exciting. I only gave you guys the top 3. So please, I'm going to put this scene up here one more time so you guys can get that URL, prop.house, find that little nouns house with the little noggles. That is a retainer, by the way. You know, I talked about this a little bit yesterday. Nouns.wtf has a playground, so you can go create your own little noun. Figure out which head is your favorite. Mine is clearly the Toshi rabbit. But the retainer seems to be the star child of the Nouns prop house. So click on that retainer wearing bright green goggles and go see all of the 10 people that won that round. There's also like 5 other rounds in there that you have to see. There is also, this is even more exciting for you guys, an open round. So open round 18 live for you. The prop deadline is in 3 days. So if you have been listening to me talk about nouns, listening to me preach about prop house, prop.house, click on that retainer with the green goggles. There's an open round 18 right now. You do not need a noun to participate. People who have nouns get to vote. So you still want to like reach out to people in the community, but you just need that wallet address. With that wallet address, you guys will be able to connect right here on the site and submit your proposal. I'm checking now and it looks like it's an open round where builders are encouraged to propose any idea that they believe will benefit the nouns ecosystem. Anyone with an ETH address is welcome to propose. Once the proposing period is complete, NounsDAO members will vote on their favorite props. The proposals with the most votes get funded. Wow, couldn't be a better opportunity for you guys because it's an open round. Sometimes there's very specific rounds. Maybe that will be like a little bit more developer heavy. Specific rounds here. There's other like certain things that they do. I know that they have been doing open rounds. There was a private voting research sprint, Explorer Grants pilot, Nouns video contest marketing team. So sometimes they can get a little bit specific. So I love these open rounds. I think you've heard already from just this stream alone, some ideas from myself. You've seen what Big Shot is going to do at NFT NYC. You see that Pastel is going to wear the goggles while singing the national anthem. And you got to see Prof Worder and all the kind of stuff that she was doing at NFT Week in Miami, which just happened. What would you do? This is the question that I asked when I had 2 prop houses going. I've done 2 rounds where OTG has funded 2 separate projects with $5,000 each, which I thought was an incredible amount. It's the amount that got me sort of going with the nouns. But I'm telling you, this is your opportunity. Get in there now while you can. I would love to hear what your ideas are. If you want to pass them through me, go ahead and do that. I'd love to know. And I'd love to help you in any way that you can too. So my biggest recommendation would be to go to prop.house, click on the nouns house and see which props have won. Check out the props that got all the votes and sort of look at what their proposals look like. Are there images? What is their TLDR like? What are they exactly telling the person who's viewing this prop? What's a part of it? What are they promising to do to proliferate? And if you look at those like sort of winning props, that could be like a great place for you to start to sort of craft your idea of what you would want to do. And so I love meeting new people and seeing like what they're going to do with the nouns. It's super fun. Let me just get my computer charger here. Thank goodness. I just noticed that. I'm one of those wild people that will let my computer go to like 1%. I'm just living on the edge at all times with my charging situation. Like I'll see it like warn me in the corner that it's going to die. And I'm just like, we'll see about that. I'll leave it at 1% and like walk away. Like pretty bold. I'm more often than not, my computer just turns off and dies. And then I have to like turn it back on and charge it. That's usually what happens. But right now, new me, guys, new me. We're charged. We're good. We are live and we will continue to be live for another about hour and 20 minutes. You guys get me from 10 to 12 PST every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Dejan style Grant. I know coming for me with the comments about the charger situation. I'm really excited about Prop House that they have a round open right now. We'll close that out by saying 3 days. You have 3 days. If you have an idea for nouns, you have 3 days to get that in. And it looks like 5 winners will win 0.5 ETH. So half an ETH for 5 winners. That's awesome. Great place to sort of launch your idea. And I really look forward to reading your guys' props. Please let me know. Again, add me. Twitter's probably the best place. I will eventually put my Discord here. I'm like very much a Discord maxi and need to sort of integrate that here with you guys as well too. But if you somehow find me on Twitter, let me know if Discord is like what you like to do, and I will give you my Discord handle. Okay. We also want to just, now that we have some new viewers, re-shout out Cheffo, Cheffo_NFT. It's his birthday. Go say happy birthday to Cheffo. And then don't forget, we are preparing. This is the final weekend before NFT NYC. I actually head out there Sunday. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is my talk at NFT NYC. Okay. I have a kind of like personal win that happened just this morning. TikTok will appreciate this way more. I don't know if you don't have a TikTok, you are not going to understand this next 10-minute story that I'm going to tell you. But a huge win happened for me this morning. And let me just say it louder for the people in the back. Jasper the doll has followed me on Twitter. Okay. I basically made it. You know, I've basically made it. For my people who are here in TikTok, like, you know what this means, okay? I've been noticed. Not only have I been noticed, Jasper the doll, I'm going to actually put a photo up here for you guys, for anyone who doesn't know who Jasper is. Soak it in. Soak in this beautiful creature, because this messed up Barbie doll has been going viral on TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, you need to know about this. Jasper the doll, okay? Jasper the doll going absolutely viral on TikTok for being hilarious. And I think it's pretty much just like this 22-year-old girl who does this really like traumatizing, like deep voice for this doll. It is so funny. She started a Twitter. I saw the TikTok this morning saying Jasper the doll has started a Twitter. I went to Twitter, okay? I saw that they had like 3,400 followers already, even though they just made the Twitter yesterday. I follow Jasper the doll on Twitter. I am not even kidding you. The second I hit follow, my screen goes blank and it says that I have now been banned from liking and retweeting and doing things for 3 days. And so very, very fitting for my first ever Jasper the doll kind of personal encounter. But then I tweeted about that afterwards, tagged Jasper the doll, and guess who responded and followed me back. They have 3,400 followers, more than that on Twitter right now, and they're only following 76 people, and Aubtoshi is one of them, okay? So, you know, I don't even think the rest of today is going to be incredible. I mean, we're doing fun birthday things for Cheffo, but like for me, I'm just like, that is hilarious. I like screamed. I died. Some people on TikTok like have their moments where like Taylor Swift or something will like respond back to them. Like Jasper the doll responded to me, guys. And I don't know where we go from here. I don't know if I can like top that. I don't know if I can explain the cultural significance to you guys of this interaction that I had this morning with this creature. So, you know, it's very meaningful to me. And I just really thank you guys for sharing that experience with me, through allowing me to share that experience with you. Jasper, let me just one more time so you can have it just haunt you in your dreams. Jasper the doll. That second photo on the top of like the real person with Jasper the doll, that is a person who found and discovered Jasper the doll, just like how we all did, by it being forced upon us in our news feeds and it just being so funny for no reason at all. They then like embodied the spirit of Jasper the doll as a real person. And it's this like tiny short girl. And she recreates the videos that are made with the doll with her own self. And it's hilarious. I don't know when that's going to stop. Like, I don't think it can. I think that's just like her thing now. I would love to know more about that. I have too had an experience on TikTok probably like 2 years ago where I was like too niched. Like I had niched too hard. And I didn't know if I had to continue down that path or not. This could be one of those situations. I don't know if Jasper the doll is niching too hard. I don't know if anyone watching this right now on Twitter or LinkedIn or Twitch is going to have any idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to splash this for you guys one more time. There you go. Jasper the Doll. Never forget it. Let that image just burn into your brain as it has mine. I swear I hear this like Jasper the Doll thing talking all the time. It's probably just because my TikTok's open all the time. That was my personal win today. So thank you for letting me share that with you. No one can take that away from me. And Jasper the Doll follows me on Twitter. We have to actually see on Twitter right now if this is still real. I just couldn't imagine. It is. And people are responding. People are stoked. One of her favorite or famous lines is what? And like this like 80-year-old smoker lady voice. And people are responding on the tweet. Please go to my Twitter. If you care at all about Jasper the Doll, go to my Twitter. Celebrate this moment with me and help me plan basically and strategize how I'm going to get Jasper on the pod. Okay. Because I think that would be insane. Maybe I'll do a live with Jasper the Doll. I don't know. I'm down for all of it. I want all of it. Yes, Grant, Jasper loves Noggles. I do believe that as well too. She's about to. She's about to love Noggles. It's so funny that like in my scenes for this show, I have just one that's called Jasper. I'm going to just accidentally be clicking that this entire time. I definitely know that. I also am doing a thing where yesterday I picked a person of the week. If you guys were here, my person of the week was centered around NFT music. I think it's awesome again that Leo was one of the winners of the IRL hack weeks for Nouns, because I am huge on the NFT music scene right now in the sense of really seeing its potential, meeting a lot of people who are heavily involved in it, seeing all the work that they're putting in and how that's like paying off for them. Really getting to like watch artists, you know, take that power back with their work, ownership of their work, and having that, being really creative art-wise with the album titles and covers that they have, like with their actual art that end up being NFTs, like using NFTs to get people into certain places. Like there's so many aspects of the NFT music world that's emerging and exploding and becoming awesome that just made it an obvious choice for me for my person of the week yesterday to pick an NFT music artist. And so that was Ray. That's at Ray. I actually deleted this. I should have kept that scene here from yesterday, but Ray, RAE_ISLA. Incredible person. We got to actually go and shoot a music video and have a cameo appearance in this music video with her a couple days ago. So that was really, really awesome. And I see the work you're putting in, girl. But on Fridays, so Thursday will be like our person of the weekday. I think it's important to note too, if you have a person that you think needs to be highlighted and needs to be shouted out, please reach out to me. This isn't just a me picking random people. Like it's when I really witness someone being really cool and I really think like they need to be seen and more people need to know who these people are. Please let me know if you know of anyone. Like I will highlight people from the community. Like please, please, please. I would love to hear. And I actually think it's pretty important to, if a person is being suggested to be highlighted by others, then they should 100% probably be highlighted, right? When you have people out there who really believe in you and are out there talking good things about you, I would love to meet those kinds of people and I would love to highlight them. So please let me know. But for our Friday segment, we will have a place of the week. So we are very fortunate and get to travel around to all these conferences and therefore all these different cities around the world. They're all incredible and unique in their own ways. I also find that I've been having experiences with new cities that I go to where I kind of have this feeling of like, as much as every city is so different from each other around the world, there's so many parts of everything that like every city is really the same. Every city operates the same, has the same type of like, you know, groups of people and things that happen during the day and people are going to work and all these things. There's families. Like every city is the same, you guys. But some cities have a specialness to them. Maybe something that's a little bit more unique. that kind of sets them apart. So as much as cities can be very similar in how they operate, I think it's cool to highlight places that are kind of standout places for me for different reasons. And so again, if you have a suggestion about a place that like is very meaningful to you, I would love to know that. But for my place of the week for today, Malibu, baby. Malibu, California. I have a lot of experience with this city and driving around here because I am from Southern California. I love this city, have loved it for many years. And now as I've returned back here to Los Angeles, like we're staying sort of on this side of things. Again, we shot that music video, like helped with the cameo in that music video in Venice. So just a little bit more down the coast, but basically, I'm just going to put this back up here one more time. Where's that? Oh, place of the week. If you guys drive from Venice or Santa Monica and go up the coast a little bit, it's the main line and most famous songs. I think Olivia Rodrigo has a song about her eating yogurt and wearing a denim jacket that's too small for her while they're driving down Malibu. So PCH is the one. It's not really a freeway. It does eventually like turn into that, but it goes along the entire coast of California and it's freaking gorgeous. And there's just this special moment that happens whether you're coming, whether you're coming off the freeway or off of a canyon and you kind of, you're driving straight towards the coast and then you finally hit the coast. So once you hit the coast, you see the water. It's like the furthest west you could be without being in Alaska or being in Hawaii of the US. There's something kind of eerie and exciting about that to me, that like you're on the literal edge of the US when you're over here on this side. It's gorgeous. It's already spring and beautiful over here. I know people are taking on some cold fronts right now too, but once you like get that coast feeling, like there's just something about that. Anyone who's experienced that, I feel like maybe feels the same, but you just immediately put your windows down. You take that right on the one, and you're on PCH. You get to drive by the Santa Monica Pier, this little carnival area, all these like iconic houses that are right there on the one. And then you just keep going, okay? And when you keep going, you hit Malibu. Malibu also just like reminds me of freaking Miley Cyrus. So shouts to Miley. I wanted to like open with one of her songs, but I didn't want you to take me down for copyright reasons. We will jam with her later. But a lot of like people live over there. She had like an entire album and song written about it. Another great example of Malibu sort of vibes, I would say, Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, he had a whole album. I think it was called Sire or Sir. I'm so bad with like pronouncing all this crap, you guys. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering any of that, but his whole music videos that he did with that album to every single song is in Malibu. It's in Topanga right here. Like it's in these little mountains and it's like where you see the perfect purple and pink and orange sunsets every day. It's where you have this iconic background of mountains and stuff too. And if you go to one side of the canyon, you have the coast and the beautiful ocean. And if you go to the other side, you're in the valley. And the valley's cool. There's so much stuff to do in the valley. But specifically, if you go coast side, you're in Malibu and you can drive up this coast all the way until Oxnard. It's like miles. I think you have like 50 miles of the one where you're just doing Malibu stuff. My first favorite thing to do when you're on the one, this is like a trip I would tell anyone to take, by the way, and would be places I suggest and have suggested to many people in the past. The first thing you're going to do when you're on the one, when you go to the coast, is you're going to go to and search in your maps, the Getty Villa, AKA one of my favorite places ever. The Getty Villa is from John Paul Getty, I believe was his name. Just, another eccentric billionaire who decided to spend a lot of money and time in collecting crazy art from like Egyptian times, Roman, Greek art. There was jewelry in there from this last time that I went. There was like Egyptian jewelry that was the coolest stuff I have ever seen. It was so intricate. There was these little glass blowing like vases and stuff too from like ancient Greece that just, the craftsmanship is insane. Not only is the art in this museum incredible to go look at, the location is out of control. The Getty Villa sits right off the coast. You literally go from that one You go up the little parking to go into it, and you, from the parking after you park, like come up and go to enter in this museum, and you have a view of the ocean. It's iconic. It is so beautiful. They have like an old school theater there, like a old school Greek theater. There's a lovely cafe. I used to honestly go there a lot to like just bring my computer and do work and like drink coffee. Like I was definitely that girl. That just is like calm and exciting to me, and like puts me in the zone for doing awesome work when I just got myself my little Getty Villa Cobb and my coffee and my computer. I could basically conquer the world with just those three things. And then after the cafe and stuff too, you go down into the actual like museum, and it's just breathtaking is really probably the only word that I can use to describe. It is a much smaller sort of museum than other ones that I've seen around the world, which feel like you have to take sometimes like days to walk through them, or you could spend like a whole day in line at the Louvre to see the Mona Lisa, and that's all you saw. This is not the case with that. You will see all of the art on display here in one visit. And after you go through like the inside area, to the side and to the right of you, if you go down, is this like out of control, gorgeous garden water seating area where everyone's walking around in these like ancient gardens with like cool statues and stuff too. But for a while they didn't have the water in the fountain, but it's back, and it just is a dream. Like, I don't know if people can rent this place out for like private events, but they should, because it is so gorgeous. And I think it's the perfect sort of start if you're having this like Malibu adventure and trying to understand like what Malibu is all about, because after you go to the museum, that's kind of in the very, very beginning of this like Malibu County situation. Then you have to just keep going up the coast. And as you're driving up the coast, you're just going to see epic food spots, restaurants on the beach, houses with the most craziest view ever. I can't say I'm a big fan of the houses that are like on stilts, like out over the water. I think that's terrifying. I feel like if I like bought a house in Malibu, like obviously like I'm not just casually saying that. No one can just buy a house in Malibu, but I feel like if one day, if I could buy a house in Malibu, it wouldn't be the ones right on the coast. I want to be a little bit further back. I don't know how long it's going to be until those houses are just fully underwater, but we all know that that's going to happen at some point in time. Right now they're there and it looks gorgeous and it's fine. It just seems a little bit scary to me, being on stilts out over the ocean. But these are the crazy views that you're going to get by just driving on the one. And if you're anything like me, I'm a big like driving scenic person. If I'm feeling a little stressed or a little like trapped inside my house, like just going on a drive, like will completely solve that for me. And the drive down the one in Malibu is just, it doesn't get any better than this. Like it is perfect weather, just this ocean breeze, smells like this like sweet, salty air. And there's all these snacks and fun things that you could do. And there's also all these like kind of private beaches and areas that you can go to. I'll put this back on the screen for 1 second. I honestly should have had like multiple photos. Let's see right here. Where's my place of the week? Oh, Malibu. Okay, so this photo itself is of these like rock things that happen at El Matador. So El Matador, you have to like keep going down the one. You'll eventually reach it. El Matador is, I can't even describe this place to you guys. You park in this little parking lot. You come out over this ledge. You see all of the ocean, and you see the very lucky people who get to live like right there on the coast as well. And it gives you these stairs that you go down. So you take these stairs all the way down the cliff, and it sets you out next to these types of like rocks. Look, that's like the first rock you kind of see coming down. The rest of the rocks are there, and you can go under them. You keep walking along this beach. Every time I go there, like someone's getting their engagement photos done. There's some model doing a bikini photo shoot. There's like friends reuniting. Like this is the spot, I think, of like this place that people definitely know about. Like secret is definitely out about this place. But the real kind of secret fun part about it is to go early, because just after this rock, let me show you if you guys, do you see how there's like that little kind of place under that rock that you can go on in between? There's more of those if you go further down. So you want to keep walking past the beach, keep walking past this like rickety ladder that's climbing up one of the sides of this cliff probably going to someone's like garden or house up there, like their private estate. Go past that. You go under one of those rocks and come through it. It's like a little cave. Then you go past that and you keep walking along the beach, and there's other rocks that like you keep finding these little caverns, and there's literally like these like oceanic like caves that you can sit in, and they're super relaxing. But the key thing to that adventure, if you wish to go on that, is to go early, because you have to be out of there before high tide, because I have definitely known some people who have gotten trapped there. Those little like things under the rocks end up being completely submerged underwater later in the evening. So you want to get out of there in time. But that is such a cool, I'm not a big like hiker. Like you don't, just the same way you won't catch me skiing, you will not catch me like hiking on a mountain. I'm just saying. I'll go on a hike. I'm not above a hike, but I'm not like choosing to go out and like do that. I'm not a big hiking person, but I am a big walking on the beach person. Okay. Some of us like different things. I'm a big walking on the beach person. This is the beach to walk on. El Matador in Malibu. Oh, so good. Then your Malibu trip is not over yet. You go past El Matador. Okay. I actually can't remember if Zuma is before or after. Let me look that up. I want to say it's after. Look up on maps here. But Zuma Beach is another beach that's kind of more of like a public beach. It's not as cool. I kind of just go past Zuma Beach to get to one of my favorite places ever, Neptune's Net. Okay? Neptune's Net. It is this restaurant sitting right, you pass into, I believe it's Ventura County. So we're now like basically leaving Malibu. It's the last little location. It starts getting very rural. Like there's mountains and like roads and things, like you're seeing way less houses, like no houses, like all the houses kind of stop and you keep going. Now it's just rocks and animals and the ocean and stuff too. But there's this one last restaurant called Neptune's Net. And just every type of seafood you can imagine. Fried, awesome shrimp and stuff too. Like awesome fried fish. These awesome, like these buckets that you can get of like clams and things too. I don't know. I'm kind of big on seafood and stuff, especially because my dad grew up and was raised in Hawaii. So I've always eaten seafood like my whole life as a child. Even like raw fish and stuff too. Just absolutely love it. Big shouts to sushi for that. And thanks, Dad, for giving me, my love for seafood. But Neptune's Net, it's got to be the last thing you do on your way out of Malibu. If you're either going back to Oxnard or something, you can't really do this. If you can't do your map, like your Getty Villa and your Neptune's Net, I don't think in the same day. Maybe if those are just like your two focuses, there is some miles in between them. And then if you're at Neptune's Net, and don't want to continue over into like Oxnard and Ventura, and you want to come back, like that's a little bit of time. You gotta be able to have a couple hours here. Again, this is for our driving people. This is for our walking on the beach people. And this is for our people that like seafood, sushi, Toshi. Thank you, Grant. Another Toshi name. My name is Aubtoshi, but my friends call me Sushi Toshi, so you guys can call me that today as well. Again, shouts to Malibu, my place of the week. I mean, I could talk about Malibu again for so long. Thank you guys for letting me gab about it. If you guys have any experience in Malibu or have ever been there, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you guys kind of think. It's definitely somewhere you have to visit, and it is interesting. That's the sort of strangest part about Los Angeles, especially being from here. Like all of these different cities, like your Malibu, Santa Monica, Pacific Palisades right there in between, Venice, Hermosa. All of these things feel very different from each other, and you could be living in Santa Monica for a year and just like never come over to Malibu, right? Even though it's next door to each other. But for everybody else who hasn't been here, I know it's easier to just kind of call the whole thing LA, but I also kind of feel that I totally understand that. Like this all still feels like LA to me, but Malibu's kind of like on that last leg, When you're in the beginning parts of Malibu, you feel like you're in LA still kind of, but then you're just like so far removed kind of from everything. At that point in time, you're like very far from downtown LA. And you're like a whole hour and a half of traffic in a canyon away from Hollywood. And so it starts feeling just a little bit more unreachable, which I think can be really good for certain things. And so, yeah, while we were getting this podcast ready and everything too, it was awesome to be kind of a little bit removed from things, and then still have the opportunity and chance to kind of go into town whenever you want. But for the most part, just for the first time ever, even though I'm from here, like getting to spend a little bit of time in Malibu this time has been just healing and awesome and relaxing, and has allowed me the space to really have a lot of focus to get the things done that I've been wanting to get done. Like launched this podcast for the first time. We are just rounding out our first hour here with Nouns on the Air. Nouns on the Air, episode 2. Again, we are live streaming to so many platforms today. I think YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch. We got the TikTok live over here. Hi, everybody, TikTok live. Again, if you want to see like the actual stream, please come over to YouTube or a different account, or just hang out here with me in this sort of behind the scenes situation. We also have a Twitter Spaces going live. I'm not quite sure. I'm not connected, to Twitter Spaces and can't hear what's going on there, but I do see Terroron is in there. Hi, Terroron. Awesome to see you. If you want to watch this live stream on a different platform, please go ahead. We have video as well. Twitter Spaces is awesome, you guys. And it's where I got my start kind of in doing things like this and stuff too. So I always got to have a Twitter Space device going. So we got Twitter Space, we got the TikTok, we're streaming to everything else. And we are here, Nouns on the Air, episode 2 with me, your host, Aubtoshi. You can call me Aubtoshi. You can call me Sushi Toshi. You can call me Nap Toshi. There's a lot of different Toshi nicknames that we have from people in this community. For myself, call me whatever you want, okay? But my name's Aubtoshi, and this is Nouns on the Air, where we highlight people, places, and things from our journeys and travels around the world as we go around and talk about DAOs, NFTs, and crypto as a main sponsor of NounsDAO. So thank you so much again, NounsDAO, for your sponsorship. Thank you for all the holders that voted for my proposal, Prop 206, to pass to make all of this possible. I really, really appreciate it. And again, today's a special kind of thing. Not only is it episode 2 ever of us live streaming for this podcast, but it is also Cheffo NFT's birthday. So Cheffo_NFT, happy birthday to you. 11 a.m. here on the West Coast, Malibu. It is a glorious, gorgeous day today. I'm not quite sure what the weather's like in other parts of the US right now. I'm scared to look. And I'm sorry if anyone's having like one of those like freezes before spring really comes. I know that, March and beginning of April are really great for that. I feel like spring has got to be around for everybody right now. Is spring coming? Please let me know in the comments. Because spring is here where I am on the West Coast, near Los Angeles, and near Malibu. And it is gorgeous. And it has made me realize like how much I am a needing the sun person. I didn't think I was that person. I thought I was maybe sick of the sun. Again, I'm from Southern California. I really realized that I just completely was unaware of weather and what that might be like for other people. And when I say weather, I really mean like on the East Coast and stuff too. Like I had the realization as a young adult that anyone who grew up on the East Coast, you guys had to like shovel yourselves out of your driveways and stuff to go to school, to go to work. Like, what's that, an extra 30, 45 minutes to do that? Like the whole season? Like, that's crazy to me. I feel like that's a whole other activity you guys had to do. Never had to experience that here. It was kind of sunny all the time. I know that California's actually been going through this crazy rainstorm situation for a few weeks now. It just stopped. It was raining a couple of days ago. But being from here, you can never complain about when it rains. No way. Like the years where it's not raining and where the drought is like very noticeable, it's almost kind of scary. Like, especially when you start traveling around to other states. Like I'll never forget, I did a train trip that like went along the coast that I was talking to you guys about earlier, that the one on PCH. I took a train. You can actually take it from downtown, the Amtrak, all the way up to Seattle. So there's a couple things you have to do in the middle there to kind of like link up to different trains and stuff too. But the main portion of the trip is along the coast of California. And I will never forget, once you get to this like final train station, it's a little bit past Mount Shasta. You have to get off, wait for a little bus. The bus takes you on this like 2-ish hour drive over the border into Oregon to get on your next train. There is a moment that happens on this trip where you're just in the bus and it crosses this border. I'm not even kidding you. Almost like this like turn. Like it's just like this iconic like curve that happens where you're like leaving California, entering Oregon. And when you leave California, feels still, you're a little close to the mountains. It's still feeling like you don't even realize how deserty California feels until you turn that bend. Oregon was the most lush, water-filled, green, everything I've seen. I think you turn the corner, there's like a lake. There's already just like water right there in Oregon. It makes no sense to my brain how it's not coming down into California, but you know, you don't even realize this like drought situation in California until, like I said, you start going out to different states and seeing what's happening there and seeing how lush things are, seeing that there is water. So again, I know that California people have been like hating this rain, but you can't hate on the rain. It barely happens sometimes. Extra rain this year is fantastic for this whole rest of the season for California. So stoked about the rain. But again, it just stopped and now we're in spring. I hope everyone else is coming out into spring. I'm not sure what the weather is like in New York. Let's look that up for next week, because if I look this up right now and the weather's bad, oh, it's raining there. It is raining in New York. Oh my God. And we are going there Sunday. Oh, wait, let me see what the other days. Today, rainy. Saturday, 51 degrees high. Sunday, 54 high. Let's see. My talk is next Wednesday, sunny and 74. Okay, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Come out on the nice, sunny New York spring day next Wednesday, 4:20 p.m., NFT NYC. We will be in the Hudson Yard area, very close to Times Square. The event last year was like right in Times Square. It was crazy. The Hudson Yard area, I'm not quite sure about. I'm not a big, like, I don't know a lot about New York and like what's going on there. There's way better people. I'm going to see if we can get like Robot Fish Girl on here to sort of talk about New York while we're there. She's an expert. You have your people that have just been there for years that know every nook and cranny of it. I know every nook and cranny of Los Angeles, like every side street and stuff too. I really mean that. Like I can't express that to you guys enough, but I don't know a lot about New York. So we will be learning together. But if you're in the Hudson Yard area or Times Square area, next Wednesday, I believe it's the 12th. Let me see. Yes, the 12th, 4:20 p.m. Get your butt inside and watch me give a talk about becoming a DAO supported entrepreneur with Nouns. So that would be awesome. Dang. Okay. So that's not terrible. It also says here that's going to be 81 on Thursday. Okay. So it's fine. I think we're bringing the sunshine with us to New York and I'm really, really excited. I'm not quite sure what it is right now. Yeah. Right now we're sitting in like, it's 70, you guys, and it's sunny and it's gorgeous. But like I said, I didn't realize I was a needing the sun person. I thought I wanted to get away from the sun. I thought, oh my gosh, other people have weather in seasons. Like that must be so nice. Like I want to go experience that. Like I want a winter with snow. So wrong. I was just so wrong. I admit my mistake. I don't know where that idea just came from. That was just like an idea, like without a hypothesis. Like what experiment was I even running there? Not quite sure, but what ended up happening was a couple of very harsh winters all over the US in different places, such as Chicago, where like the snow is like this high to you. I don't operate well in that. There was like, I'm a big, like also not only walking on the beach person, I'm a big like city walker. I walk around the cities. I love it. I love it so much. I'm that's like my exercise, just like walking. And you can't just walk around when it's freaking snowing out. It's freezing. There's been times where I've been like out walking and like heavily miscalculated like how cold it was. Like I'm talking about like minus degrees, you guys, like -2. It's almost like at that point, like the minus degrees are almost less cold than it is when it's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how that science works. I know I'm probably totally wrong on that. Hi, Jury. Awesome to see you here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Second hour of Nouns on the Air, episode 2. Just gotta say hi to my fun TikTok friends over here. But I have had multiple times where I was walking around like in downtown Chicago and miscalculated the temperature and how cold I actually thought it was. And I've had to like go inside of a Joe's Juice or something and like stay there for hours until I could like figure out if I was going to have my feet by the time I left the Joe's Juice. So terrible idea. Did not need to experience weather or winter. I'm happy to be back here in Southern California. I am like kind of a nomad this year. We're moving around and going to over 18 events. I'll show you guys the events I've already been to. Let's see. These are the 4 events we've already done and have been to. NFT NYC is next. It's not on the list here, but the European Blockchain Conference in Barcelona, NFT Paris, in Paris, France, of course, ETH Denver in Denver, Colorado, and South by Southwest, which I kind of dubbed Noun by Noun West in Austin, Texas. But I'm telling you guys, all of those places were really, really fun and nice, but they were all freaking cold. It was like the end of coming out of winter. So cold. So cold. I am so tired of being cold. I don't know what to say about that. I feel like people joke around all the time about it affecting their mental health and wellness, excuse me, but that is totally 100% true for me. I'm tired of being cold. I'm tired of it. And as much as I'm a nomad this year because of the 18 events you guys just saw, that was just 4 events of the 18 that I'm going to this year. I actually think because we added, I'm so sorry, NFT LA, formerly known as NFT LA, Outer Edge LA, just recently happened. So we've done 5. That was an additional event we added to our 18. So we've so far completed 5 of 19 events this year. So because that's happening and because a lot of these events are like back to back with constant travel, I am a nomad this year and kind of going around to all these events and making it my main focus. That's why this podcast and this live stream is going to be super unique and incredible because you guys get to travel with me. We're taking this setup to all the cities that we go to. And so today, you know, you're seeing me live in this area. Next week, I will be live with this setup in New York. And then the week after that, I will be live with this setup at Coachella, which I'm so excited about. Coachella weekend too. So, and then after that, we have a little bit of a break. So I'll be kind of back in the Southern California area. But then we're going to other incredible places. I'll see if I can get this calendar sort of up for you guys here during the space. But point being, I'm a nomad this year and sort of kind of figuring out, well, when this kind of events tour situation is done, like where would I want to end up? It has become very clear to me that it doesn't matter where specifically, but in a broader sense, the where is definitely going to be the West Coast. It has to be. I feel like I need to come back here. I'm feeling like so recharged as a person. You know, I'm from here. Like this city like raised me. I like knowing where I'm going. I like that I could just drive around and like give directions without having to be on a map. There's something about that to me that like takes away like some like amount of work that you would have to do when you go to any new city. When you're traveling and going to new cities, there are so many things that you just kind of don't think about that you might take for granted in your normal everyday life, like speaking the language or knowing where your closest grocery store is or knowing your neighbor. I don't know. There's like all these little things that happen and they make it really fun and spontaneous. And I really, gosh, like love traveling and have dreamed my entire life of having, you know, work that was centered more around travel. Because I believe that there's such beneficial experiences that happen when you meet people from around the world. But I do think I want to end up over here on the West Coast. I also think it's like a little bit more centrally located to other places. Like as much as the East Coast is closer to like Europe and stuff, I do want to do some traveling, and we'll be doing traveling later this year for events over to like Japan. I'm going to be going to Hawaii, where I get to reconnect with family that I have over there. I have a massive, massive Hawaiian family. I want to go and travel to Australia. We are going to be going to Australia to, I believe, Sydney in September for South by Southwest Sydney. It's the first time South by Southwest is going to a different country. So that's going to be incredible. So I do kind of feel like Los Angeles, well, the West Coast, but more specifically Los Angeles, and the airport that they have here is kind of closer to other things. I've definitely come from earlier this year. I was on the East Coast. It just felt like there was a lot of connecting flights that have to happen over there to go places. I'm sure that's the same case here, but there's something about, I think it's the sun, you guys. I know people say that and it's ridiculous. And have always been a person that preached to people who would move to Los Angeles and that I would meet, like, do not move to a place because of the weather. Like, but I feel like I was wrong, but I will just slightly refine that statement. Don't move to a place just because of the weather if you've never been there before. I feel like come at least once. If you come here once and get to vibe with people, see your little area, see what's going on, eat the food here, drink the water here, walk around, then go home, then you're allowed to move to a place for the weather. If you go home and you're like, I liked it and the weather's nice, that's fantastic. But you can't move to a place just because of the weather. You might hate it. But the weather is way bigger of a factor than I could ever have imagined. And as far as like where you kind of are comfortable, what makes you happy, what inspires you, I do like music stuff. And so, you know, like what is going to put me in like the best, most comfy space to just like kind of jam out and stuff too. The weather apparently is that thing. I'm sorry for talking so much about weather and stuff too, but being back here, that has been the biggest thing that I realized is the big, great thing about Los Angeles. It is the weather, you guys. If you come here once and decide that you might need to be here, you should come. I also used to think, I worked in production a lot here in Los Angeles. I worked on music videos and commercials. From high school on, I was like interning at, model agencies. I interned and worked with a publicist who was doing red carpet events with like Disney and Nickelodeon people. Like I've been on set a million times. Like I've done the whole Hollywood production thing. And I feel like when you're in it too, it feels like everyone kind of is moving to LA for that. And it almost like I was definitely younger, and was getting sort of more of this feeling of like, I felt like a really small fish in a big pond. I know that's like not the mentality people should have, and that people would say like, don't feel like that. But I feel like I had to have like life experiences in order to realize that, again, I was wrong. I was not a small fish in a big pond. I was just a fish in a really cool pond, and surrounded by these opportunities. And I feel like leaving Los Angeles for a few years and now coming back to it, my new advice for people would be, if you are a creator of any kind, music, if you're a writer, you do commercials, you're a director, you love media content, you yourself are an influencer or something and you're gaining an audience, LA is the place for you. I have traveled to so many cities and to so many states within this country and have now started traveling around the world. I have not ever seen a city more catered to a personal sort of media career than Los Angeles. It is a no-brainer. If you are kind of just in your town and you already have your audience in your own town that supports you, your people, and you're trying to break out to grow that audience, come to Los Angeles. Come here for 3 months. Come here for a month, right? Why wouldn't you be in a place where people are not only accepting of what you're doing as a creator, but they're also probably doing something related to it? They're introducing you to people who are doing it, like, don't you want to be in the room where other people in the room are doing what you're doing? The trick of the thing that like definitely switched my mental, thought process about feeling like that small fish in the big pond is definitely like, no. You're in the right pond. You're supposed to be in a room with people who are all wanting to do what you're doing. You're also supposed to be in the room with people where and I've been kind of comfortable with this during my life, but truly, I really mean this as like advice to people. You want to be in a room where you're not the smartest person and where there is like a perceived sort of like mentor or master of the thing you want to do. The reason I got out of production, because I was doing art department coordinating, so I worked with art departments, was because I like had all my union days. I definitely could have become a union art department coordinator for music videos and commercials and small like B-roll movies and stuff too. Who knows what I would have ended up doing, but I'll never forget my final last day on set somewhere. I believe it was a Target commercial. I believe it was a Target Christmas commercial. Okay, it 100% was because I was wrapping presents for the set. I saw the person who has my future job, this older woman who should have been like my mentor or this master that I would have perceived in this room that I would have wanted to learn from. And she was miserable. She was so upset. You could not get this person to express one positive thing if you tried. And I remember seeing that as a younger person and being like, oh my God, like I can't condemn myself to that. Like that does not feel correct to me. And I think I'm old enough to say now too, like I was wrong again. I was wrong. When you have your like masters and mentors and people that you're like really looking up to, that's there as a guide. You want to see how they got there. There is something that she did that got her professionally to that level. That's a good thing. That's fine. I'm commend her for that. However, she was like expressing herself personally as a person, was probably the piece that I should not have been focusing on for like what I was looking for in a mentor. And so A, be in the room with people who are doing the same things as you. B, don't be the smartest person in the room. And C, if there are these perceived sort of like mentors in the room with you, take advantage of that. Meet these people, see what they did, ask them questions. Like how did they get here? What was the last shoot that they did? What was the first shoot that they did? Be a person who's not afraid to ask these kinds of questions because you never know where it's going to take you, because the only person that's going to pull you out of the room that you should probably be in is yourself, and you talking to yourself and talking yourself out of this experience. Like me talking myself out of the experience of Los Angeles. I need snow. Or me talking myself out of, my future potential in production as an art department coordinator. Like, I don't like how this lady is like sad all the time. It's like, those are just like not real things that I really put in my own way. I feel like, because I was probably afraid and just young and just, I don't know, just like wasn't quite all there in the sense of like really recognizing amazing opportunities in front of me, which kind of makes me a little bit sad because like I am that person that recognizes opportunities. Like I see them there, but that is my big thing of like my advice from being back here in Los Angeles, feeling back to myself again in stuff is like, if you are that creator person, if you're out there in any way, come to Los Angeles, don't talk yourself out of it. Just experience it for a month or so. See if you can find those rooms with people that are doing the same things as you, and see if you can find that person that's like a little bit older than you, has gotten a little bit further down on this sort of maybe similar career path that you would like, and talk to them. Go to dinner with this person. Meet them. Meet these people. You will not find a city in this entire country, and I'll be dragged by people in New York. I'm sorry, it's just not the same. You will not find another city in this country that will be as supportive of you with your personal creative endeavors, because don't forget that even if you're a musician or something, musicians need backup vocals sometimes. Musicians need live music with them. Musicians might need to stream. Maybe you need someone who can do OBS and live streaming stuff too to send you out there. Like, you being a creative is going to be good for other creatives and their projects, right? Other creatives being creatives is going to be good for your project. And you're going to be in a city where everyone is doing some part of it. At one point in time when I lived here, I lived in a warehouse with 5 guys who were all in production. So we were all doing production stuff together. One of them was like a first AD. One of them was in lighting. Another one was a scripty. Someone else did art department and set design. I was doing art department coordination. And so like even just our little unit, like we could have all shot a commercial if we wanted. Like technically in our unit as well, because we had like a roll-up garage door and like car commercials would shoot in our warehouse. Like the endless amount of opportunities that you will have if you're a creator or an artist or any type of person in media or any type of person who's just creative and doing anything. Like I really mean it. Like please give yourself an opportunity at least once in your life, if you haven't been, to come to Los Angeles and see if there's something here for you. It's the reason I feel like it's the city that launches people. I'm sorry, I have someone on TikTok clowning me right now and trying to get me to say something inappropriate. Classic TikTok. Again, thank you guys for joining me. We are just rounding out kind of like the end of our show here. I really like doing sort of the beginning segments of like news of what's going on, talking about nouns and doing stuff. But I really, really also enjoyed this last kind of half where we get to just kind of hang out together and talk. And like I've said yesterday, this is like a form of therapy for me as well, really getting to sit here and recount all my experiences because it's forcing me to sit down, think about all of these things, think about the places that I've traveled, think about the people that I've met, and think about all the things that we've talked about and experienced. It's like a forced reflection, and that is very special and so cool. And I really thank you guys for allowing me to have this with you guys live streaming here. Nouns on the Air with Aubtoshi. Hi, how's it going? Live streaming on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. We got video live streaming on Twitter. We got spaces on Twitter. I got to figure out the space thing because I think it's a little laggy, so people don't want to hang out in there. And we, of course, have our TikTok live over here. Why would you be listening to this stream? Why would you be watching this? That is a very good question. I'm just another person. Like, what is so special about this? I actually have a lot of cool insight, I believe, in this new industry that I'm in with NFTs and crypto and blockchain and DAOs. And it's a unique perspective because I don't trade NFTs. I do collect NFTs of projects that I believe in. And I will be building my collection of music NFTs. That's the next like huge thing I want to focus on collecting. But I don't trade NFTs. I do not trade crypto. But I am a entrepreneur that has been funded through cryptocurrency. Okay. I've been funded with cryptocurrency, Ethereum and USDC. And I'm carrying out my work and job now to like in the crypto world. I am meeting thought leaders in this industry. I am meeting people that are on the ground. I'm meeting CEOs of companies that want to get their new company out there. And I'm meeting heads of NFT projects and people that are like huge community managers for some of the biggest NFT projects in this industry right now. And there is something about that inside perspective that I think is really important to share with you guys, because there ain't no point in us having this awesome, fantastic thing that is, this opportunity, this funding opportunity through cryptocurrency if no one knows about it. And so my big goal here is to speak not only to the people that I've been so fortunate to get to meet in this industry during this really almost last year. We're doing it for the whole remainder of this year as well too. But it's not just to continue to connect with you guys and sort of give you updates about what I'm doing. It's really to talk to someone new. Like my goal for this live stream, if one new person finds me at each stream, or even honestly a week, because I do 3 live streams a week, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. If one new person finds me and kind of vibes with things that I'm saying and connects with me, like that's everything to me. So I am here because I got stuff to say, guys. I got lots of stories. I got a lot of people I want to introduce you to. I got a lot of things I want to teach you about in this industry. And I am really just so happy that you're here. And thank you so much for hanging out in this space with me. 2 hours. We go live for 2 hours. I really like this time. It feels very comfortable. Kind of the thing that happens, which I knew would always happen, is that like after that first hour, I'm like settled in, like I'm ready to go. Like once we reach like this, we're in the last 30 minutes now. I could stay live for a while now. Like it's so comfortable. I definitely am going to start integrating. I have a chat here live on screen that you guys can see. I'm going to be integrating hopefully over this next sort of week as I really dial in the style of this thing. My TikTok live, I want to somehow like get that over here so you guys can also see that and that we could do lives with people. I want to get my audio down for this awesome guy so I can play you guys some beats, because DJ Toshi might be the next form of a Toshi that really happens, and I'm serious about that. But it's just so comfortable being here with you guys. There's so much to talk about, so it's not like you can't fill the time, but I also want to start implementing, besides all these like potential like lives with people, would be guests. And so I do want to have guests. I'm handpicking those people. I really want to make sure it's someone that like you guys would want to watch for an hour or so. But I really started like doing broadcasting things through Twitter Spaces, and it's really fun when you can like banter with people and have people on there that you're talking to and sharing the experience with, of course, because otherwise it's just me talking for 2 hours, but that's also kind of fine too. My vision for this is that I am a person who likes putting on podcasts for drives and stuff too. So I hope that maybe I could just be a new fun voice behind whatever you're doing today. Maybe you have it on while you're cleaning the house. Maybe you have this on while you're driving. Maybe you have this on just on your computer while you're doing all your Discord and Twitter check-ins for the day. But I feel that like I need you guys for this. Like I need to interact with you guys for my own sanity. I love it. So I'm happy. And again, just very thankful that you guys are choosing to listen, tune in, and share this experience with me as well. I also have not forgotten about my Jasper experience. There's that lovely, beautiful face just one last time for you guys. I'm waiting to see if Jasper writes me back on TikTok. That would be the best thing ever. I'll let you guys know and keep you updated on tomorrow's episode if that goes down. I'm also just seeing right now too if they responded to me on this. I get tagged this whole time. Jasper is live, yes. While I'm in here, I've also been doing this thing. Oh my gosh, wait, I have to get the stats for this. This is insane. You guys will not believe this. I have asked AI, ChatGPT-4 more specifically, to do my social media schedule for me for 30 days. What does that mean? That means that I taught it about myself, told it what I do, that I travel around, told it interests that I have, said that I have a podcast that goes live and is a live stream, and then told them the 6 accounts that I wanted to like post on to inspire growth of my audience. And so this thing literally shot out posts at specific times a day, the type of post that it is, the caption, exact caption to write, and relevant hashtags if I should post that. I know there's like certain platforms like Twitter where I just found out there's this awesome thread by NFT_God about the Twitter algorithm that he just put out. It's a great read. I'll actually retweet it right now so you guys can go to my Twitter and find this post yourself. Let me just find this real quick. Oh, here we go. Retweeted. Here is exactly how your tweets are ranked. Find this in the algorithm code. Oh, he found this in the algorithm code. The tweets like count is the biggest impact. Next is retweet. And then there's all these other things. He goes into amazing detail about this. So apparently you're not supposed to do hashtags on Twitter. So we won't be doing that. The AI didn't know that. I'm going to have to let it know. But other than that, the AI has provided me with a 30-day content calendar for anywhere between 16 or like 15 to 22 posts a day across 6 platforms. And so it's a cool experiment that I'm trying to do because, you know, I understand that a lot of these algorithms on these spaces want consistency and just like want consistent posts. And I know that like just thinking about that and being like, okay, I can do that. I could just post on Instagram a couple times a day, tweet some stuff, go on TikTok 3 times a day. It like the idea of that sounds really easy and great, but it is not. I will tell you that it is not easy. You have to be very organized. I'm fortunate and lucky enough to have a lot of content that we filmed over the last year. So I have a lot of content that we can repurpose specifically for social media. So it knows all this. It does give me some leeway and lets me do things like if it asks for like, oh, like the caption for a photo that it wants me to post, be like, I had such a great time at blank. So obviously I get to pick the photo and then show what the event is and choose that. So it does let me have my humanness, which I find fascinating. But I just posted again. I post at the end or beginning, of every day what the day before's results were, like the total growth over time. And I've only been doing this for 6 days. I have 202 new followers on Instagram, which is crazy. This was like a brand new account. And like, I know that sounds like not a lot. I get very excited about these numbers, you guys. You're going to have to just let me be excited. I know that this isn't like a viral numbers, but it's very exciting to me in the sense of like a natural growth, right? For followers. 202 on Instagram, 148 on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is popping off. We love LinkedIn. Both of my Twitters, sort of my personal Twitter and then the OTG Twitter, which is actually displaying this live feed right now, have a combined 95 new followers, which is really exciting. And then YouTube is the harder one to grow, I've noticed. It was really hard. YouTube grows a little bit slower. It's almost like a new subscriber a day or something, but I've gotten a total of 12 in the last 6 days, which is huge to me. I feel like I need to do like one of those videos, like before like YouTube was a thing. Like, don't you remember when people were doing videos like my first 100 subscribers? Like, dude, that's how I feel. I'm freaking excited. I think I have 108 subscribers. I have over 100 on YouTube. So thank you guys. And you're watching this right now on there. I just so appreciate you. And these numbers to me are a huge deal because they are unique follows. And this experiment with the AI, since I'm posting on all platforms, that the AI chose these posts for me and is doing this thing and I'm reporting sort of what the growth is, it's allowing people who maybe follow me on Twitter to then find my TikTok. It's allowing hi, TikTok people. I see some hearts there. It's allowing my TikTok people who follow me there to find me on YouTube. And it's allowing my audiences from everywhere to find me on LinkedIn, which is so cool. I'm loving the LinkedIn situation. I get a lot of action on there. And of course, we're live streaming on there now too. So I'm really excited to look forward. I'm really excited and look forward to seeing this continued growth. It has been consistent, dude. Like even one new follower happening a day on one of the accounts, that's consistency. We have only seen growth. I have been taking these numbers down every single day and I have not quite yet seen the count go down or something. Like it's really cool. It's exciting to see. And it's really exciting to think about the potential of like how AI can be this really awesome virtual assistant and sort of help with things like this, like content calendars, social media content scheduling. The next obvious like phase for me would be like integrating your social media accounts with ChatGPT-4 so that it could tell you, that it was going to make these posts and then it would sign in and then schedule the post for you. Like, obviously that's meta next level situation. And I don't know how long it'll be till we do that, but hey, I'm a big believer in AI. I'm a big believer in, spending time with it to learn and understand how to prompt it to prompt you. So all that I really did was I solved this sort of issue I was having with understanding how I would utilize all my platforms for growth of my audience by prompting ChatGPT-4, which then prompted me with what to post. So I'm a big believer of that. Like you have to learn how to prompt the AI to prompt you, because I'm someone that like really loves that direction, and I like being prompted. I like someone saying like, post exactly this at 6:30. Like, okay, like that's easy for me. I can do that. It's more of like when everything's like up in the air and it's just like this idea of like, well, you really could post at any time. Like, what are you going to do? When are you going to post? What are you going to post about? Way too many options there for me to think about. It's more of like a direct, like post a quote that inspires you this morning at 6:30. Done. Thank you, ChatGPT, for my personal assistant. I really highly encourage you to check it out if you're a developer. I know a lot of people have been using it to find like where code is off. You know, it's really, really cool. There's much more intelligent people on that subject matter than me. But again, if you follow me on Twitter, you will be connected immediately to like a bunch of heavy duty sort of developer, coder, NFT, crypto people. And it's really cool to see people utilizing ChatGPT for smart contracts and for like making sure that there's no like not cool thing in a smart contract, or like asking it to analyze a smart contract from an NFT project maybe before you buy into it. There's a lot of different things you can do. It's really cool to see. And I really encourage everybody to play around with ChatGPT 4. Also, want you to encourage you, let me get this exact URL so I'm not off. Okay. AI related nouns things, nouns AI.wtf, NounsAI.wtf. If you have been having fun with ChatGPT 4, if you've been having fun doing images on Midjourney, you are going to love NounsAI.wtf. That is an AI project that came through a NounsDAO proposal that was passed on chain. Just like how this podcast and everything you're seeing here, this came from a proposal live on chain in the NounsDAO. So did this AI project. And so the really cool thing about this AI project is that you can prompt it and ask about noggles or like nouns things, and it knows. It's being taught by awesome people within the community to recognize nouns things. I know that they are doing like these other things for it where it's eventually going to be able to read through NounsDAO proposals that are on chain and then give like a summary sort of like judgment of like what's going on with this prop, and would it vote for it based on like, does it believe it could be like successfully passed or not? Like that is incredible. I know they're doing a lot of hard work over on the Nouns AI pod. Thank you guys so much. I know it must be really difficult to be working on a project that's so digital, you know, AI, because I know you guys are like just absolutely going for it, like at home and like on your computers and stuff too. And so when there's not a lot of like physical, like us seeing that, it can be really hard because you're probably not getting nearly enough recognition as you guys should be getting. But truly, Nouns AI Pod, thank you guys so much for all the work that you guys are doing. This is so cool to see Nouns integrating with this futuristic technology with AI. I think AI is, you know, I see more potential than I do see like potential harm coming from AI. And maybe that's just because of like where we are right now. How I've seen it helps me organize. It's a great scheduler. You can literally ask AI like to make you a proper daily schedule that would be the most beneficial for you based off of these things that you have going on in your life, and it will do that for you. So again, prompting AI to prompt you, to me, is the trend for AI of how you can really utilize it to your advantage of like, even while we're doing the live stream and stuff, the AI's prompts and the tweets are being scheduled out. So those things could be going off while I'm just sitting here with all of you guys. Use AI, and definitely use nouns AI.wtf. Ask for it to do Aubtoshi wearing noggles and see what kind of comes up there. The noggles thing is huge for me. I know that when AI Pod like kind of launched with their most recent prop, they did a contest that I was fortunate enough to get to judge. And there was all these submissions, people utilizing nouns AI.wtf to create images that then became a music video for any song of their choice. And there was such cool entries that happened from it. I'll tweet some of them, some of my favorites, maybe the top 3 that I had voted for, so you guys can sort of see these samples that I'm talking about. But y'all are just so creative, and there's a whole creative front that has to happen on the AI end of things. And I'm really excited to see, because I feel like the audience I currently have and the people I'm currently surrounded by have the potential to be a part of that in a huge way too. So we are in our last 15 minutes here. I just want to do a quick housekeeping really quick and say hello to everybody. We do have some new people who just joined us here on TikTok Live. How's it going? We are live streaming here I am Aubtoshi. This is Nouns on the Air, where we highlight people, places, and things, and we live stream every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 to noon PST. Okay, we're on the West Coast right now. That means when I'm in New York, we're still going to keep this time. So it will be 1 to 3 when I'm in New York next week. I will be there. Let me just put this slide up for everybody so you guys can just remember. I will continue to remind you of this. Where is this thing? Oh, NFT NYC. Here we go. Becoming a DAO supported entrepreneur. If that's something that you're like, what is that? Or you're interested in that at all, please come to my talk next week, NFT NYC. If you are in New York, I will be there Sunday to Sunday. Let me know. I'm in town. Let's hang out, please. I'm doing some private little events, like a smaller breakfast with Nounish people or anyone that want to learn about nouns. Let me know if you're going to be there so I can send you the invite for the breakfast. I'm so excited to go to New York. We will be back live in New York next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then the week after that, we will be live from Indio, California for Coachella Weekend 2, which, just as we're closing out here, I just would like to speak about Coachella for a second. I love this event. I have been to Coachella multiple times working it. And yeah, I basically have been able to attend the event like 5 or 6 times because I was working at it. This is an incredible event. It's like one of the larger festivals down here in Palm Springs of the year. Huge, like music artists launch from this event. So like any person that maybe we're just hearing about them for the first time, or maybe they went viral on TikTok and got signed to something, or if they're on the stage at Coachella, if you are on any stage performing at Coachella as a music artist, you are in this next leg of your career where you're about to like make it a little bit more than where you are right now. Facts, pure facts. It is the place to be. It is a dream and a goal, I believe, should be for any music artist out there or producer, because it's like, not only do people get launched there, like their style and their sound and stuff gets launched there. Like you could be anyone, like recreate yourself and brand yourself as anything and like come 100% as that, because you will be seen by people who attend this festival. It's kind of what they're looking for. It's a major industry event. I know that's more so on weekend 1. Weekend 1 is where like all the outside parties happen. Huge brands are coming. Very much so industry heavy type of event. I will be going weekend 2 because I'm an NFT NYC speaking during weekend 1, so I can't make it there during that first weekend. And I'm really excited about weekend 2 because it's another crowd that comes. And I still think it's more sort of like the secret industry crowd. Will there be the outside like branded parties? No, but that's kind of like a cool thing because then all of the focus is on the main event. And so I feel like a lot of times when events have like a lot of side events, you can get really caught up in just going to those and like not actually going over to the concert and stuff too. So I'm really excited about A, getting to see all the new music artists and stuff there too, but B, I'm handing out noggles. Okay, I have a version of these, not these ones. These are the fancy ones. These are the Nouns Vision at Nouns Vision, if you're interested in a pair of your own. But I have like a sort of like knockoff version of these, and I'm handing them out. If there's one thing I know to be true about all the years that I've been to Coachella, people lose their sunglasses day 1. People forget to come with their sunglasses. You are setting up your tent in the car camping area, and your friend stepped on your sunglasses. Like, sunglasses are a high commodity at this type of festival where it is just beaming down on you, the sun, the entire time. And I'm really excited to hand out noggles and get this there. So you heard it here first, right? I will be continuing to like let you guys know that I will be at Coachella. I'll be giving you live updates and doing photos and videos and that whole fun stuff too. But I want to make these little square glasses, these noggles, like famous somehow at Coachella. I want there to be an awesome like pan over of the audience and see awesome people like raging with these noggles. Like that's like my big goal there. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. If you're going to be at Coachella for weekend 2 in Indio, California, wait, let me get those dates for you. Weekend 2 is the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. I will be there that whole week. If you're there from weekend one, you're hanging out. If you live in that area, if you're coming down a little early, please let me know. Again, like I said, I'm very much, I promise you, like I've met a lot of my online people who I've met online first, like in person, IRL. It's a fantastic, fun, cool phenomenon. And I would love to continue that. And I would love to be known for that. So seriously, I'll make sure that tomorrow I have like my actual calendar, like on a scene for you guys to see. But if you see that you live in or will be visiting or traveling to any of the places that I'm going to, or for this next coming months, like let me know, reach out, drop a comment, reach out to me on my website, otg.wtf, comment on my TikTok, comment on Instagram, comment right here, just in the live feed. I promise you I will see these comments, and we'll keep you updated on where I am, and hopefully invite you to any of like little side events or things that I know are happening or are going on, so I can get you involved. And so you can meet some awesome people, because the really fun thing about meeting people online first and then IRL is that you only get this one little part of them. You get that PFP, you know, whatever their little character is that they're looking like. You get their tweets sometimes, but you don't get the whole package. You don't really get the embodiment of who this person is and like their whole personality and stuff too. You totally do when you meet people IRL. And I'm one of those people that like within like a couple of minutes of being with someone, like I really feel like I have like a grasp on like that person's vibe. And I have been so fortunate enough to, and really pride myself on the fact that like I have surrounded myself with people with incredible vibes who I've vetted online first, and then we meet in person. A couple of these people who I've never met before, who are like my online digital like besties, are going to be in New York, and so I get to meet them for the first time. But if we end up ever crossing paths IRL and we are at one of these events, not only would you be potentially meeting myself and the people that I hang around with, like you'll be plugged into a squad of awesomeness, in the sense of like the talented individuals that I've been so fortunate to surround myself with, like truly daily. You know, people are putting out projects and doing fun things that I'm just like, God, like it's so refreshing. It is so refreshing to be in a place just like that room that we were talking about earlier in this hour. I feel like I'm in a room with people doing the same thing as me. I feel like I'm in a room where there are older sort of mentors that have been in this space a lot longer, that do way more incredible things in this space than I. And it just feels like home. And that's not even a physical room. That's like a Discord with people from the Nouns community. Seriously. So this is an epic, epic community to be a part of. If you're looking for that, it just revitalized my feeling about community in general. And again, I talked about this before, and I've kind of used this exact phrase, but I really do feel like I found like my home within NounsDAO. And so connecting with me IRL means that you have the potential of kind of connecting with these people that I feel like, you know, are my home away from home. And so I really, really mean that. I've like authentically mean that. Please reach out to me if you feel that you have connected with this, you know, live stream in any way, if you see any of the videos that you really like. And again, if you are actually in the places that we will be in, because we are kind of on this like fun, funky Web3 tour. That's what we were talking about with our musician friends, our music NFT friends, like that they're also on tour for music, and I'm kind of like on tour as well. It's pretty cool. Except I am my own like roadie. So when we're like lugging all this equipment around across the world, it's basically me and Cheffo, lugging bags and all different types of things. We've had so many different like airport experiences now too. I know all the hacks. I definitely know like what I want to bring. Like I know how early I need to be there, especially if I want some like food at the airport before. But being your own roadie is really cool, because we're basically saying like, we're not going to wait for other people to jump on board or to like have as much passion about our specific project. We're just going to do it. And so again, I think that kind of like is a great sort of wrapping point with especially everything that we talked about in this last hour about me encouraging you guys to sort of check out Los Angeles as a potential place that you might vibe with if you are a creator of any kind, especially a music artist, or especially someone that's doing anything in media. Please come here. But truly, because I feel like you will find your room. You will find your vibe, your people, your community. And not only do you need to be in a physical place to find that, such as Los Angeles, but that can also be accomplished sort of online, as we know, because I do have this community now with NounsDAO, and we're all, in my mind, we're all nomads because everyone's kind of like around the world. But I have like besties now, like on the complete opposite side of the world in all different countries, and they are just all incredible. And so I guess, if there was one great takeaway from today's live stream, Nouns on the Air, episode 2 with me, Aubtoshi, it would be to continue to put yourself in situations that are going to bring you to your community and bring your community to you. And that's going to mean something way different for all different types of people. But, I really just encourage you to kind of get out there. I know that we all had a lot of downtime and like personal, probably like isolated time during the last couple of years. We all did. But now it's feeling like the time. I feel like I want to see people out there. Grant in the TikTok, travel ready. Yes, let's go. I completely agree. Get out there, meet someone new. Maybe I'm the person that is new that you met today. Congratulations. Good for you. You did it. You had a great day. You met someone new. Continue to meet me, and you will continue to meet all brand new people. I cannot wait, like I said, to start incorporating some of these individuals that I've talked about here on the pod. I really want to shine light on people who are very much known maybe in my community, but probably not known to like the general public. So that's going to be a real goal of mine for this podcast as well. And to figure out some cool things to do with TikToks in the lives. Because I do want to start going live with other people on TikTok as well too. It's just too good of a platform. Also, the other major thing that I want you to remember from this specific show is this image of Jasper the doll. And I want you to remember that Jasper the doll on April 7th followed me on Twitter, on their brand new Twitter. So you heard it here first. There's literally, oh my God, there's already multiple comments on this thing. There's multiple comments on this. The Jasper the doll. I can't wait to end this stream and go and see like who's commented on the Jasper the doll. I hope that I've taught a few people, new people about Jasper the doll today. It's hilarious. Go on TikTok, download a TikTok before they take it away from us. It might be gone soon. I'm so sad about that. Go get yourself on a TikTok before they take it away from us, and immediately search Jasper the doll and just have the same horrific, terrifying, and hilarious experience that we all had when we experienced it for the first time. I actually think that the creator behind Jasper the doll is hilarious. And I'm excited that we're now connected on Twitter. So thank you. Thank you again for hanging out with me here today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I know that the rest of my day will include a little bit of sunshine, a lot more coffee. I'm surprised I didn't really drink my coffee during this entire space. I was just having too much fun. And I just like felt like really here and like present with you guys. And yeah, just some walking around. Maybe I'll go do a little bit of a beach walk. Oh no, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing fun birthday things with Cheffo. Okay, yes. I have a whole rest of the day planned, which is so much fun for me because there's some surprises in there for Cheffo. He doesn't know. And I cannot believe it, but I somehow kept these surprises. I like almost broke many times and was like, can I just tell you like what we're going to do? He said no. So I'm excited. I actually get to leave this space and go like be a part of someone's birthday surprise. And so that's really exciting and fun. What a great way to start off the weekend. What a great way to end this Friday's live space. I love these morning shows. You guys get me pumped by just like allowing me to be here with this. And I feel like just like ready for the rest of my day and stuff too. And I hope that you guys are ready for the rest of your day. Again, I want to hear about your days. So please let me know anywhere and everywhere on all the places that you can connect with me. It's important to me. I like to connect with people, and I'll shout you out on the next space, which is tomorrow. If you liked today's live stream, you will love tomorrow's live stream because guess what? We're back, baby. Just right here, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon Pacific Standard Time. Nouns on the Air with your host, Aubtoshi. Thank you guys again so much. I'll be closing out this space. I always end and close out like the TikTok live a little bit later. We will end this space now for my Twitter. So always hop over to TikTok live if you want sort of more behind the scenes look into what it looks like with me just sitting here at this desk for the OTG pod, Nouns on the Air. Again, thank you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your Friday. And I can't wait to check back in with you guys tomorrow to let you know if Jasper the Doll responded to me on Twitter. Thank you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day.